So the area of a circle is area equals pi r squared. And pi, we're going to use 3.14. Radius is squared. So there's something, you're going to have to identify the center of the circle. And from the center to the side is a radius. So that's 3. So that's 3.14 times 3 squared, which is 3.14 times 9, which is 28.26 unit squared. From the center to the side is a radius. That's 2. Pi r squared, 3.14 times 2 squared, that's 4. 4 times 3.14 is 12.56 unit squared. Now, let's talk about this is not an exact measurement because pi is not an exact number. It's an irrational number. And let's talk about where we're going to follow directions on your final answers. So if this says round to 10th, remember that this is the 10th digit. That's the 100th digit. So that would be 28.3 units squared. And if this said round to 10th, this is the hundredths, this is the 10th, that's bigger than 5, so that would be 12.6 units squared. So make sure you're following directions on what format. If it wanted it rounded to hundredths, it's at the hundredths. We're fine. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. So the diameter is 7. That's the diameter. So if going across from side to side is 7, then the radius is 3.5. So that is pi r squared, which is 3.14 times 3.5 squared, which is 3.5 times 3.5. Which is 12.25 times 3.14, gives you 38.465, rounded to the nearest tenth, rounded to 10th, would be 38.5 units squared. So notice that I didn't find the radius. I found the diameter, which is from side to side going through the center of the circle, and then divided it by 2. So it's 5 across and 5 down, which at the widest point. And so the diameter is 5. Sorry, the diameter is 5, which means the rate, because the diameter goes from side to side going through the center. The radius is 2.5, so this is pi r squared, which is pi times 2.5 squared. Which is 19.625, round to the nearest tenth, 19.6 units squared. The radius is 1, or sorry, the diameter is 1. The radius would be 0.5. 0.5 squared, so it's be pi r squared, 3.14 times 0.5 squared. Make sure you square it and then multiply it by 3.14. 0.5 times 0.5 times 3.14 is 0.785, rounded to the nearest tenth, 0.8 units squared. And we could tell it's just under 1 unit. 3 across, that's 3, that's 3. A diameter of 3 gives me a radius of 1.5 because all radiuses are half of diameters. And diameters go from edge of circle to edge of circle, going through the center. Radiuses only go from the center to the side. Area is pi r squared, 3.14 times 1.5 squared. Square your radius first. Multiply by 3.14. I get 7.065, rounded to the nearest tenth, 7.1 units squared. So in these videos, you have learned how to find the area of the triangle, the rectangle, the parallelogram, the trapezoid, and the circle. You do not have to memorize the formulas because you have access to your formula chart. And please make sure you write your formula, fill in all shown work, and so we can proceed through the area, because the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to composite area, and then we are going to go to surface area.